All right, so I'm here with Susie. I'll have her introduce herself and start talking about her study a little bit.
Hi, I'm Suzzie Campfield, and my study is on parent training for every family, tackling barriers and building bridges. Our goal is to hopefully find the barriers that are causing parents to not participate in parent training and to build those bridges on figuring out what will make them participate in parent trainings. I plan to do that by creating a modified Likert scale using the barriers to treatment participation scale that will also have some open-ended questions to be able to figure out what part of the barriers that they endorse, if they could give us more information about it, and if they could share anything that we did not ask them so that we can catch anything that we might miss.
So could you tell us a little bit about like what is parent training and why it's important?
So parent training is how parents are learning to interact with their child to betterize their life and their family life. And typically what that looks like is working with a provider in office or via telehealth while the kid is present or the kid may not be present.
All right. So parent training is really for every family.
Yes, for every family.
Yeah, fantastic. So, hey, what got you passionate about wanting to do this? You're a first-year graduate student. How did you stumble upon, like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to come to a conference to talk about it?
Well, so outside of school, I am a behavior analyst, and working with children on the spectrum, I was able to work with their parents too. And after 4 years, I came to the conclusion of I'm begging parents to join to participate for their own child. And immediately my brain was like, why do I have to beg for you to be more active in your child's life? It's
Yeah.
like, what can I do to make this easier for you? So
Right.
that's where the passion came from. The reason why I'm here in the first year is because one of my professors, Professor Knight, my first week was like, if you focus on the topic you like and tailor everything, all your assignments to that topic, everything will come easier for dissertation. And this is how this came about.
Yeah, cool. So you've written some papers on this already.
Yes.
That's exciting. That's exciting. Uh, if you could pick what this changes in the field 5 years, 10 years from now, what do you see changing for clinical psychologists by learning more about parent training and the barriers that are there?
I feel like it would help psychologists enhance their application when working with kids or even families, and it informs them on how to build a foundation depending on what the barrier may be.
Yeah. It sounds like this would be really important, not just for clinicians that are working with children, but also clinicians that are working with adults so that they can understand how they're interacting with their children.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Very cool. So unrelated to your study, but so you're almost done with your first year.
Yes.
You've obviously been in the field before. So tell us a little bit about why did you decide to come back and get your doctorate? And then what advice do you have for people who are thinking about doing it or in the throes of it right now?
So I am passionate about serving. And as an analyst, I feel like I meet my ceiling on how much I could serve a family. And I was like, the next step is to get that doctorate's degree to be able to diagnose them and help them out in that regard.
Yeah.
If someone was thinking about graduate school, I would say stop thinking about it and just do it.
Good.
The longer you take, the more time it'll take, and the less you'll be motivated to go.
Yeah. Awesome. That's great. Thanks so much, Susie.
Thanks, Professor Knight.